Hey everybody, how's it going? It's going great with me. While my Boston Bruins are doing awesome and amazing. They are having a really great year, probably their best year ever, while they are currently on a winning streak, won 5 in a row, and 7 in a row is the most they ever won this season. Tonight they are playing a really tough team, Tampa Bay Lightning, which they are currently in 3rd place overall. My team has got their work cut out for them. If they can somehow win and pull this off, then wow, they are guaranteed a slot in the Stanley Cup playoffs at the end of the year, and if they come in 1st overall, then they will get hometown advantage of all the teams they get to play in the playoffs. The playoffs are about 4 or 5 months away. Toronto and Boston will play 2 more times this season before the playoffs start, and this year they will start round 1 on Monday, April 17th, which is a bit earlier. Then they start the 2022 NHL playoffs last year on May 2nd. I don't understand why that's the case, but it just is. So in the 2023 playoffs will end depending on how many games they play. Last year they ended it on June 26th, so give or take about 8.5 weeks, so it will either end on June 2nd, 2023, or if it goes the Stanley Cup final to Game 7 like 4 years ago, then it will end on June 6th, 2023. Last year's Stanley Cup finals were Colorado Avalanche versus Tampa Bay Lightning, and Tampa Bay was trying to win the Stanley Cup first ever 3 years in a row, but they lost to the Avalanche in 6 games. Game 6 was the score of 2-1. So here's my playoffs predictions for the top 5 teams that will be in the playoffs this year by the accessibility guy 3 months in advance. Toronto Maple Leafs, Boston Bruins, Tampa Bay Lightning, New Jersey Devils, and the new NHL team, the Seattle Kraken. These are my top 5 predictions. Let's see if I am right. I made my predictions today, which is January 26th, 2023. Toronto and Boston will face off next Wednesday, which is the 1st of February, and Samsung will have their annual Unpack event. Really excited about that. Now I am 85% sure that I will get as my next new phone that will last and give support until February 2026. There's been some official stuff. I will be getting the Samsung S23 Ultra 512GB model, and the prices are official. Here are their dad. Pay attention, you may want the Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus after you watch the event. Here are the prices, here we go. So Samsung Galaxy S23 will come in either 128 or 256GB. For the 128GB model it will cost $890, and for the 256GB model it will cost $960. Wow, only $70 difference. Wow, I never expecting that. I need the extra storage space, especially for 8K photo and video. Really adds up, uses lots of storage.
Yeah.
So thoughts why, and because of apps and software updates. So if I am going to get that phone, I would need 256GB one. But too small, I had a vision problem, so bigger is better for me. Oh God, how do I miss my Motorola Edge Plus? But I am getting something just like it, but way better camera, which is the biggest feature on it. I was planning on talking about iPad X that came out last fall and middle of November in this video, but I will just save it for one of my future videos. I want to talk about this. So where was I? Oh yes, so the only difference between last year's Samsung Galaxy S22 model, which was a bomb, to this year's S23 model is first off the glass on the phone is different. I've got all new Corning Gorilla Glass Vitis 2 instead of the Victus Plus that we had last year on the S22. Same mass, which is 168 grams. Same IP68 water resolution. Same 6.1 screen size but 0.7% more screen to body ratio from 87.4% up to 88.1%. Same screen refresh rate, which is 120 Hz, not like only 60 Hz on mine. The more refresh rate, the smoother the device will work. That's what I found out. Always on display is the same, of course, which I don't understand how there's no always on display for this thing, which is weird. That must be why this phone was so cheap, like brand new. It's $450 out of the box. Newer system chip in it this year compared to last year. Same 8 GB of RAM for both storage models. The XCAD same camera lens. Better selfie camera from a 10 megapixel wide to a 12 megapixel camera wide lens. Bluetooth upgraded from a 5.2 to the all-new Bluetooth 6.0. 200 milliamp better battery from a 3700 to a 3900 mAh battery cell. Same charge as expect for the wireless charge, from a 15 watts downgrade to a 10 watts, but thoughts doesn't matter at all. It got a 90-hour battery rating rather than the 85-hour battery rating on last year's model, so there you have it.
But
It has got a minus 26.4 for sound LUFS, which is in the good range. Now on to the Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus model, which this year storage sizes are 256 gigabytes or 512 gigabytes, which they got rid of 128 gigabyte model, which is great. These days app updates and software updates takes up room. You know how it goes, so go big or go home. That's my rule for buying a new phone for myself. For the 256 gigabyte model it will cost $1230, and these prices are all without tax, remember that. So, and for the 512 gigabyte model, which is brand new storage size this year, it will cost $1346. Now for the specs of the phone, and there are some changes made. Here we go. Same mass. That new glass front and back. Same IP68 water resistant. Same display, 120 Hz, 0.6 of more screen to body ratio from 88.3% to 88.9% screen to body ratio. That new system on chip. Same 8 gigabytes of RAM with that new storage size of 512 gigabytes. Same camera specs like I mentioned with the Samsung Galaxy S23 model. 200 more battery mAh from a 4500 to a 4700 mAh. Some people last year was complaining about the battery mAh cell because for their S21 Plus it was 4800 mAh. It's still down by 100 from 2 years ago. Not sure why Samsung decided to do that, but anyways. Same 3 charging, 35 watts, 10 watts wireless, and 4.5 watts reserve wireless, which is pretty cool and awesome. You can charge a phone with another phone. While the sound LFUS is in the very good range of minus 26.0 LFUS. And now for the top of the line high-end smartphone by Samsung, which drumroll please. May I present to you the grandpa daddy of the Samsung S series family. It's their new improved Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, which this year it's all about the camera after 3 years having 108 megapixel camera lens to the all-new second ever phone ever to have this. It will have in its official now a 200 megapixel camera on it. What thoughts cruising is what? Come on now. Google Pixel 7 Pro might be worried after this phone will get released. So anyways, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra will have some major big changes. The biggest is the all-new 200 megapixel camera with up to 100 times zoom, which is really crazy. So the Samsung S23 Ultra prices for 4 storage options: 128 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes, 512 gigabytes, and the 1 terabyte model as always. I will buy the 512 gigabyte model when I buy my new phone on February 17th, when it comes up along with the 2 other phone models. So here is the prices. For the 128 gigabyte model it will cost $16.50. Remember, these prices are without tax. For the 256 gigabyte it will cost $15.75. For the 512 gigabyte one, which I am going to get, it will cost $1,700, which plus tax it will come to $19.21, and these are the official prices. So now just for fun, for the whopping 1 terabyte model it will cost $1,900, which plus tax will come to $2,137. I don't think I need a terabyte of storage space. That's crazy, but I will get the 512 gigabyte model. All of the Ultras comes with the S Pen, like what you see here. Now for me to tell you all of the specs of what is new this year's model compared to last year's model S22 Ultra. Oh, by the way, Samsung has got a special offer off of Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra for $280 on until this weekend, which what happened last year with the deal on the S21 Ultra and the year before that with Samsung very first Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra phone with the whopping 6.9-inch screen. Now they decided to make 6.8 inches from now on. I really want a Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, believe it or not, still get software updates after 4 years. Crazy. I think it will be the last year of software updates for the very first Ultra ever made by Samsung. It will be pretty cool to own one someday. But if I get that one as my new phone comes 2024, which is next year, I'm sorry, can't support the software on it anymore, which is too bad. That what happened to my iPhone 6, plus I got it 3 years old, and it gave me only 1 year of support, and then I keep using it and then the battery went on it, so I think I got myself this iPhone SE2, which is really great for me over the year. It's kind of funny, 8 months ago I didn't know this bad boy had wireless charging on it, and then one day I decided to put it on my dad's new Samsung Pad charger that I got for him for Father's Day last year, and my iPhone worked on it. Who knew? Pretty cool. I kept charging it wired. I got a super fast 31-watt charger, which charges my phone within 1 hour from dead to 80%. Super fast. This is a 120-watt super fast charger, which is insanely fast. I think someone gave me it for Christmas one year. I have tried it. Sadly, it's only USB type and not USB Type-C. They went from it to see what happened ever to USB Type-B. Oh well, anyways, apparently the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra can charge up to 45 watts. That's crazy. Samsung call it super fast charger. I might be getting one in the store when I pick up my brand new phone, which now I am 90% sure I will buy that phone. Only I have got to showstoppers, the battery life on it and how good the speakers and the sound is, and I might demo it in the store and try it out and ask some questions to the phone guy about it before I consider buying it and figuring out how much it will cost and stuff like that after tax and with a phone case. And I just looked online at them and they haven't come out with the new S23 Ultra ones yet because the phone itself hasn't been released yet until the 17th of February. So I had found how much are the S22 Ultra cases from last year, and FYI the new phone S23 model doesn't fit with the S22 Ultra case because of that all-new 200 megapixel camera wide lens. These cases are anywhere from $20 up to $90. I want to get a case with wireless compatibility like my iPhone SE2 clear case and my dad's phone case too. I found one that works with Apple MagSafe too, and this case I found on Amazon is only $24, which is not bad at all. I wonder how much for the super fast 45 watts charger by Samsung. I feel after all this shopping for my phone is done, then it will cost me and put me over the $2,000 mark. I wonder if you have to buy the S Pen by Samsung separately or it comes with the phone in the box. If you have to buy the S Pen separately, then I am not going to buy it. I don't think I will never need it, but I use my Apple Pen with my iPad Pro quite a lot, so we shall see. Back to the super fast charger 56W by Samsung. There's one at Best Buy near where I live in Canada. And wow, for only $65 the charging block, plus a USB Type-C to C cable. Wow, for that cheap, way better than Apple. Those buggers charged me $120 for my super fast charger and USB Type-C to C cable. I don't want to pre-order my new phone because after what happened to my mom last fall with buying her new phone online was a mistake. Apparently my mom is on the hook for 2 phones, not just one, which is $3,000 instead of $1,500. I feel bad for her. $3,000, that's a lot of money. Something happened to her first phone with the camera, and then she emailed Google to give her a brand new one, but that's a whole other story. Let's not go there. I never will buy my phone online or pre-order it. 2.5 years ago I went to the Apple store and got this bad boy, which 3 years later just about still works like brand new. So anyways, now we are going to talk about the specs, all about what are the differences from last year's Samsung S22 Ultra model and what's the specs on the all-new Galaxy S23 model. So let the battle begin. Ready, set, go. Just like Mario Kart, off to the races. Mario Kart is one of my favorite Super Mario video games to play. Anyways, back to this. So Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra came out on February 24th. This year's model will come out on February 17th, which is a week earlier than last year. It will be a bit heavier compared to last year's model of 229 grams to 233 grams. While it's heavier than my Motorola, came in at 220 grams. New Gorilla Glass Vidas 2. While it will have no way IP69 water resistant, which is like waterproof, crazy than IP68 that we had last year. Funny, the Galaxy S23 and the 23 Plus will not have that. The Ultra is Samsung top high-end flagship phone model. Thoughts why? Not many new phones have got IP69 yet. It has got dynamic AMOLED 2x display with up to 1800 nits of brightness from 1730, which we had last year. Thoughts a really big jump from my Motorola WOW from 3 years ago. WOW from 625 nits of peak brightness up to 1800 nits. WOW, pretty bright. Holy shit, sorry for swearing. I am now 91% going to buy this phone. It has got a 134 Hz refresh rate. Oh my gosh, thoughts crazy. It will go as smooth as peanut butter spread on a piece of bread or Nutella. It's got always on display, of course. It will ship with Android 13 and One UI 5.1, whatever that means. It will have the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 system chip in it, which is first phone ever to have it. Not even the S23 and the S23 Plus will have it. Damn it, sorry, it won't have removable storage. Thoughts why I will buy the 512GB model, not the 256GB storage size, because of that reason. This year the 256GB model is two different ones depending on if you are a gamer like I used to be, or not 8GB or 12GB of RAM. It will come in 512GB and 1TB, which will be both 12GB of RAM. This year's camera 5 lens have some changes, like the whopping 200 megapixel camera, which second smartphone ever in the world ever to have that new camera lens. Crazy. It will have a 5 more megapixel periscope telephoto lens, which is crazy. It will have a 100 times zoom, which actually from the videos on YouTube I have seen, last year's model is pretty good. I wonder if Samsung is the first phone company in the world to have a 100 times zoom on a smartphone. We'll have to try and test it out when I get it. I will be obsessed with this new phone for about a week after I get it, and it will come out after my term 1 exams will be on the 8th, which will be awesome. It will have the same 10 megapixel telephoto lens found on last year's model. It will have the same 12 megapixel ultra-wide lens on it like last year's model. It has got the same 8K and 4K camera on it for photo and video. New 8K video this year's model. Thoughts crazy.
Wow.
I have filmed one of my videos in 5K but never 8K, but will finally be trying it out. What the poop? The selfie camera for some reason is downgraded from a 40 megapixel wide lens found on last year's model downgrade to a 12 megapixel lens, but it's the new ultra-wide angle lens on the front of the phone, so that could be the reason. Why? Wow, ultra-wide for the selfie camera. Wow, pretty cool. Up to 30 times zoom on the front-facing camera. Why do you ever need to zoom in on your face? Crazy inside of your mouth. Wow, or inside your nose. Your nose hairs. Thoughts gross. I can't even imagine. Wow, what all they make now. Thoughts. What my opa always used to say to me. Wow, this is crazy. First time ever a 8K camera on the front facing of the phone. Wow, with a 4K video and 8K photos. Wow, thoughts in chun right. Wow, crazy. New version of Bluetooth that came out last November. Bluetooth 6.0. The same 5K battery mAh cell in it. The same charging 35 watts wired, 15 watts wireless, and 4.5 watts reserve wireless, which my iPhone can do it too, as well as wireless charge. I have been using my stepdad's wireless charger for my iPhone this afternoon. The power on it was low, so thoughts why. It will come in these 4 colors, which are Phantom Black, Cotton Flower, which is cream color, Botanic Green, and Misty Lilac. I'm probably going to get either the Phantom Black or Misty Lilac, which is reddish pinkish color. It looks like this. It looks more like a pure blaze color. This photo just released on Google Images literally 4 hours ago. Wow. I am getting this color poop, no doubt in my mind. So if you like and enjoyed the video tonight, make sure to hit that like button, and until next time, I am the Accessi Beely guy, and see you next time, and go bust and go.
Yeah.